God works when believers are together. So the second half of verse 1 in chapter 2, it says that they were all together in one place. And so some other translations say they were all together with one accord, which means to have one mind. They were of one mind. So it's similar to chapter 1 of the book of Acts, verse 14, where it says, all these with one accord were devoting themselves to prayer. And that word, in fact, is a musical term. And so what I mean by that is it's a term meaning to strike the same notes together. So all the believers were together. They were of one accord. They were striking the same notes together. And what I want to highlight about this for us this morning is the understanding that these first followers had of the importance of gathering together as followers of Jesus. That they had in fact committed to life together. And we see this togetherness continue later on as Luke records in Acts chapter 2. Verse 44, it says, and all who believed were together and had all things in common. And then verse 46, and day by day attending the temple together and breaking bread in their homes. And in our passage this morning, we read that it's in the midst of that togetherness that the Holy Spirit comes. And just to quickly illustrate, how many of you here know what this is? I'm sure this is like a universal thing that most of you would know this. This is a piece of Lego. Right? Most of you probably have at some point played with a piece of Lego before. And so why I show this to you is if you look at just this one piece of Lego, really, it's not really anything special, right? It's just a small plastic block with round circles on it. Right, raised circles on it. Right, by itself, it's really nothing. But then look what happens when they're combined together. And so my family took a Disney World vacation back in the wintertime in January. And so this is one of the places that we had visited was Disney Springs. And so there's a Lego store in Disney Springs where outside the store you have all of these I don't know what they call monuments, figures that are made completely out of Lego. Completely out of Lego. It's actually quite marvelous to see. But the point of why I share this to you is individually, if you think about these pieces of Lego, they're just cheap pieces of plastic. But then despite their very basic design, the magic happens in the way that they all come and fit together. Because Legos are designed to be together. They're designed to fit together. And together, these plastic pieces can be made into these marvelous creations. And the church really is much like these Lego pieces, right? A collection of various sizes, shapes, and colors. And individually, it might not really look like much, but when we come together the way that God intends, we form the church, where God moves and he works very powerfully through the power of the Holy Spirit. And the takeaway that I want to highlight this morning from the second point is this, is that if you want to experience God, and I know all of us really do deep down sincerely want to know him more, to go deeper, to understand, to experience. And if that is the case, the way that you do that, if you want to experience God, to go deeper with Jesus, is to seek him together. Right? The importance of this togetherness, where the coming of the Holy Spirit comes as the church, as the disciples were together in that first meeting